Giving you the headlines first, former Minister Dr. M. Nara calls for political dialogue to bring solution to state crisis. And martyrs remembered on first anniversary of ongoing Manipur crisis, candlelight vigil held widely. Hello, Kurumjiri, this is Northeast Window and you're watching English News with me, Jessie Thiang. Now the news in detail. Former Minister Dr. Moirangthem Nara has called for political dialogue to resolve the ongoing crisis in the state, maintaining that only political dialogue can bring a solution to the crisis. The veteran politician said this while speaking at the condolence ceremony of senior leader of Communist Party of India, 𝐷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐁𝐫𝐴𝐬 organized by CPI Manipur State Council at Irabad Bhavan today. Members of the party paid floral tribute to the portrait of the deceased leader. The General Secretary of the Communist Party of India, CPI, 𝗷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐁, passed away yesterday at the age of 69 after battling advanced stage cancer. President of Manipur Lomi Lup and Singhajit, CPI State Secretary 𝐿 members of the party and Manipur Lomi Lup took part in the condolence program. Speaking further, Dr. M. Nara said, late 𝗷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐁 was a public servant from a very young age. After joining the CPI, he did not only work for the party but worked for equality across the globe. Besides, he also tirelessly worked for the welfare of the farmers. His demise is not only a big loss for the party but for the whole world, Dr. Nara said. Speaking about the state crisis, the former minister questioned why the state and central government cannot bring a solution even after 1 year. It will be prudent for the BJP to give an answer to the public, he said, further asking how many lives have to be lost and how long the people have to endure the traumatic crisis for the war to end. Contending that only political dialogue will bring a solution to the prolonged conflict, he maintained that the state government and the central need to univocally solve the crisis and restore peace and normalcy in the state.
College Union President, University, National University Students Union, Masi, President Kanti, all India leader Amona, Mamasha, Juna, graduation, master degree, low degree, Paidra, Lurena, Kokuma Pasu, British Samrajwadi Mayuka, and Ronia Chankiva, jail Lerkiva. 𝗷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐁 Mashamak jailda kaya lerkiba movement mari lena andolon miyam si lomi chawraba andolon purmuki all India General Secretary oiki.
Relief campus of 𝗃𝗏𝐿 College 𝐷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐁 𝗃𝗏𝐿 Manipur Kanmelup Relief Camp Committee 𝗷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐻 and NSS 𝗷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐻 organized an interaction program late yesterday in the connection observance of May 3, which marked 1 year since the conflict erupted in the state. During the event held at the conference hall of 𝗃𝗏𝐿 College 𝗷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐻, 𝗃𝗏𝐿 Manipur Kanmelup President M. Bimola, Secretary Advisory Committee Dr. O. Chauba, Member of the Committee G. Dhaneshwar Sharma, Assistant Professor of 𝗃𝗏𝐿 College 𝗷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐻 Dr. L. Baleshwar, Elderly IDP, P. Kasturi, Retired R.O. Kesho, Member of 𝗷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐻, Apunbamarapay Bilup C.H. Anobi were among those present. Attendees at the observance honored the victims of the year-old conflict by offering candlelight tributes. Internally displaced persons at 𝗃𝗏𝐿 College 𝗷𝗚𝗚𝐬𝐻 Relief Camp lamented that there is still no hope of resolving the year-old conflict and questioned for how long they have to stay away from their own homes and live on just with rice and pulses. Stating that no place can replace one's own home, they urged the government to ensure their swift return to their villages. Further mentioning that the Nagas demand their separate administration to the center, they question why do the Kuki kill and torture the innocent Meitei civilians to get their demand, urging the Kuki to seek their demand rather from the state and the central governments and stop waging war against the civilians.
सरकार जो माइनॉरिटी कोई जिक्र मानो तो उन्हें थम्बी दो लिबरा बच्चों भागवा है आंखों में समाने को थम्बी दो लिबरा बच्चों कोई ना हज़ नहीं है सरकार का कोई समाने सुन थम्बी दो दारने देखो ये शिवाज का संग का सोच लिया हुआ है ना इतने कोई तो आना बता आना सभी बेसर दो कोई सेंटर तरह से ताकि वहाँ मेरा नला संसा कोई ये हमें representan itu segera bagi segala hal isu kuat itu bersama nado mengoi bersensi itu mengoi bersama usaha dan tapi muka segera kali nado itu bersama nado kali itu kita hari masih अभी नज़ीक आते हैं बात हम पुलिस से आई ये जो वक्त की ताकत है पुलिस से लोग हमारी कोई साथ है
Karnataka Meitei Association KMA organized a global solidarity program to address the pressing issue of ethnic conflict in the state yesterday, the 3rd of May, which marked 1 year since the 𝐶𝐸𝐯 narco-terrorists waged war against the Meitei to disintegrate Manipur. Meiteis residing in Bangalore and different places across Karnataka, both working professionals and students, came together for the event, echoing their voices to protect the motherland. Speakers at the program stated that they share the hardships and grievances facing by the people of Manipur in this present crisis. Although they cannot physically protect the state and fight the war in the forefront, all-out efforts are being made to extend possible assistance and fight against the enemy, they said, adding that they are also doing everything in their capacity to tackle false propaganda spread by the cookies on social media.
Some of the untold stories or the struggles which my fellow brothers and sisters back in home who have undergone the trauma of the last 1 year, because of the violence which is still ongoing in Manipur. As per the record which we have, around 219 people have lost lives due to the violence, and we have another around 60,000 plus people who have been displaced because of this violence. And on top of this, we have around 1,000 people who have injured, and we have around 32 people who are still missing, for whom we don't know whether they're still alive or dead.
Manipur legislative Irisa Kudina Power, Tomoy the Power, my Topiano, Manipur, Bala, Matimasa, Tamana Posi, Tautu, direct field Kumaga, village protection force, Pulaga, Pulaga, Suruga, Queen Attack, have the social media, Cookie, false propaganda, compared to
In a tribute to those who tragically lost their lives in the ongoing conflict, members of 𝐿𝐼𝐹𝐻 𝐶𝐞𝐰𝐬 𝐵𝐵s Aurora Club and Library gathered for a candlelight vigil at 𝐿𝐼𝐹𝐻 𝐶𝐞𝐰𝐬 last evening. Speaking to media on the sidelines, President of Aurora Club and Library S. Prakash underscored the purpose of the vigil, stating, he said that the people of the area gathered here to honor the departed brave heroes of the motherland who have made ultimate sacrifice for Manipur. He also appealed to both the central and state governments to expedite efforts to bring about a resolution to the conflict, adding that the people of Manipur have endured a year of immense suffering and another year of pain cannot be tolerated. Various slogans were also chanted during the vigil, echoing the collective desire for a peaceful resolution.
Sahi ima chapchana paraba narco-terrorist suki narco-terrorist singina landara kare koi ireba ki damata hawai na kota tikraba makoi sibika kuna uchaboina sarandali si mai den si kunna koi ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯆꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯇꯧꯕꯇꯕꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯄꯤꯜ ꯇꯧꯖꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯏꯔꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯜꯂꯕ ꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯄꯨꯔꯥ ꯀꯝꯄ꯭ꯂꯤꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯅꯦꯕ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯉꯁꯤꯐꯥꯎꯗ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯄꯤꯜ ꯇꯧꯖꯅꯤꯡꯕꯗꯤ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯣꯄꯣꯖꯤꯁꯟꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯋꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯔꯒꯅꯥꯏꯖꯦꯁꯟꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯌꯥꯔꯤꯉꯩ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯂꯥꯟ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯔꯒ ꯍꯥꯟꯅꯒꯤ ꯇꯪꯗꯨ ꯂꯩꯇꯥꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯤ ꯆꯥꯟꯅꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯄꯤꯜ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯤ.
Meiteis residing in Punjab's Jalandhar also held a candlelight vigil to honor the victims and martyrs of the ongoing crisis last evening. The attendees appealed to the government to restore peace in the state and ensure safe and swift return of the internally displaced persons to their villages. They also observed a 1-minute silence as a mark of respect to the departed souls. Society Theatre Manipur has appealed to the state government to make necessary arrangements for resettlement of internally displaced persons, IDPs, at their own villages. Addressing a media at Society Theatre Manipur office yesterday, Theatre's Secretary 𝐋𝐢𝐯𝐞 said, "People of Manipur have been facing immense hardships due to the prolonged conflict." He urged the government to consider the plight of the public and make a concerted effort to end the conflict and restore peace and normalcy in the state. 𝐋𝐢𝐯𝐞 also informed that since the conflict began on May 3 last, the theatre has been performing free shows of Charlie Chaplin live on stage at different relief camps to motivate the displaced persons staying there. He further shared that since its establishment in 193 to 38 Society Theatre, Manipur has produced a number of dramas based on social issues. Later, executive members and artists of the theatre observed 2-minute silence as a mark of respect to those who sacrificed their lives to protect the integrity of Manipur in the ongoing conflict.
Loina disunited dan Charlie Chaplin live on stage ida kari mo kharang nohon bado miyam na su saru yabiu amasu relic kem da lei mangang sing su madugi photo nuai ni yeng turang ha tang no bado koi kya kana koi kena sa re so yam nuai ta ba thugo mana thogo hai bi kana sa le bi thugo na koi bi bola da ko matang da angang sing da ko tang chele angang sing da ko da kai ko yam nu si ro ai na hange no yum da saning ra hai da angang sing da yum da no saning e mo si Tahu government nama sum lagi ba perhatian organisasi singgah tapi di mana singgah jum dah saling begitu. Kau tu sana nama kau pun aku itu orang dong jadi orang singgah tahu itu jum saling hanya lau bagi kerja lo hari bawa kau nak kau sudah tarik. Pun orang tu pun lebih tu na apa sama apa lewat kama apa state kama wahana bukan apa kau pun dah sering yang bila tu na mereka hilang saja. Kamu orang tu tu terlalu di surat itu lagi lagi itu.
We'll be right back.
Welcome you all to UNACO School Channel in Far East, a fully residential school ranked Manipur #1 in All India School Ranking Awards 2023-24 by Education World in Co-Education Boarding School category. Academic session for 2024-25 will begin on 1st April 2024. Registrations are open for classes 4 to 9. Hurry up for registration. Of trusted diagnostic service, Babina Diagnostics.
Welcome back. Families of 31 missing victims who were lost during the ethnic conflict that broke out on May 3 last year have demanded the government to facilitate the return of their loved ones, whether they are alive or their bodies are found. In a joint press conference held in New Delhi on May 2 under the aegis of DIMAS, Delhi Meitei Coordinating Committee, Global Manipur Federation, Karnataka Meitei Association, Meitei Yaipalup, Meitei Alliance, Meitei Diaspora in America, Meitei Heritage Society, NUPI, Souls of Earth United for a Lustrated Society, Team Meitei Personalities and World Meitei Council family members of the missing persons expressed hope that their loved ones would return home someday. Addressing the media persons, Atom Kavita, 47, wife of Atom Samarendra, a former journalist and IBSD employee missing since May 6, 2023, along with 𝐿 Kiran Kumar, recounted that their husband was among the first persons to have gone missing. She said he had performed the last rites as per the tradition of using pangong tree, flame of forest, in place of his body. However, the bitter truth is there is no closure and she can never find peace, she said. While 𝐿 𝐸𝐸𝐸, 63, said that the picture of his 20-year-old son 𝐸 𝐸𝐸𝐸 lifeless body along with 𝐸 𝐸𝐿𝐸𝐸𝐸, a 17-year-old, surfaced on his social media at the end of September 2023. Attending a press conference, 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 Bidya, 13, recalled that she, along with her father, late 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 Nanau, 39, were fleeing from Moreh Ward number 9 on May 3 when a mob of gun-wielding Kuki militants attacked the minority Meitei colony in the border town. 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 Premlata, 47, mother of 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 Anthony, 19, who went missing since November 5, and 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 Devrani, 42, mother of 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 Avinash, 16, missing since November 5, 2023, also echoed the sentiments of many pleading justice for her missing son. In their joint statement, the families also appealed for assistance in locating their loved ones, whether alive or dead, to bring closure and peace to their grieving hearts. They called upon the Government of India, Government of Manipur and the Kuki community to facilitate the return of the missing individuals or provide information about their whereabouts. Search operations and area dominations were conducted by security forces in the fringe and vulnerable areas of hill and valley districts during the last 24 hours between May 2 and 3, a report from Manipur Police Control Room said. During the search operations, 1 carbine machine gun with magazine, 2 9mm pistol and with magazine, 2 HE-36 hand grenades, 1 IED 500 gram and 16 ammunition were recovered from Nakojang Village Hill Range, Kangpopi district. While 1 carbine machine gun with empty magazine, 1 9mm pistol with empty magazine, 4 HE-36 grenades, 1 51mm mortar illumination cell, 1 2-inch mortar shell, 60 live ammunition, 2 Baofeng radio set were recovered from Sangaitel, Imphal West district. On the other hand, movement of 71 vehicles along National Highway 2 with essential items were ensured. Strict security measures were taken up in all vulnerable locations and security convoy was provided along sensitive stretches in order to ensure free and safe movement of the vehicles, the report said. A total of 129 checkpoints were installed in different districts of Manipur, both in the hill and the valley, and police detained 156 persons in connection with violations in different districts of the state, the report added. 5 people, including a woman, were killed and another was injured in the early hours today when their car fell off the road in Uttarakhand's Mussoorie. The car fell about 60 meters down on another road near Jharipani in Mussoorie, an official said. 4 men died on the spot, while one of the 2 women seriously injured in the accident succumbed to her injuries during treatment at a nearby hospital, reports said. The other injured woman is still undergoing treatment, fire official Dheeraj Singh Tariyal said. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami expressed grief at the loss of lives in the accident. The information about the accident was received around 5:30 a.m., he added. The victims were mostly students in their 20s who had come to Mussoorie on a trip this morning. 2 men and 2 women were from the IMS Unison University in Dehradun and 1 was from the Dehradun Institute of Technology University. Before we end, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Former Minister Dr. M. Nara calls for political dialogue to bring solution to state crisis. And martyrs remembered on first anniversary of ongoing Manipur crisis, candle vigil held widely. And that is all we have for now, but for more news updates, keep watching Northeast Window News.